Hi, Melissa.
Hey Bill, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good. Hey, just so you know, again, Tom Wall's going to take over the meeting at 12:30. Should it extend there?
Okay,
Past
sounds
there,
good.
run to something. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I said hi. I was muted. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Bill.
Hello, Mr. Jadik.
Hi,
How
how
are
are
you
you?
today?
Hi. Sorry, I said hi and then I saw it was muted. Thank you. I logged in with two computers. I will log out with one of them because I had some problems logging with this one. I thought I did something wrong.
Okay.
So I don't need to be with two computers. Anyway, I'll mute myself now.
Hi, Tom.
Morning, Bill.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Hey, just serve as a reminder, I'm going to bow out at 12:30 if this is still going on, if you could continue.
Okay. No problem. Morning, Bethany.
Hello.
Morning, Bethany.
Hey, Bethany. Hi.
How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good, yourself.
Good, good.
Just living the dream.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard a lot of celebrations last night in the borough.
Lots of fireworks.
Lots of fireworks, it sounded like.
Yeah. Sounded like World War III started.
I didn't hear much down at this end, though.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was quiet down at this end. Oh, that's because Brunner's away.
That's what I was just going to say. Brunner must have been away. Oh, my. Oh, what are you going to do?
Oh. Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Hi, Tom.
I never know if this thing's working or not. Oh my God.
Every day's a new adventure with that one.
I'll tell you. I don't know. No.
I just had the governor's press conference and Dr. Levine's press conference on in the office here.
Oh, that's good.
It sounds like things are constantly changing.
That doesn't help us any either, does it?
No, it doesn't, because then the public hears them, they hear other things, they read this,
Oh.
You know, in every organization, there's somebody that knows what's going on. The problem is in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, we haven't found that person yet.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, but that's okay. You know, we can't get haircuts or go to the salon, but we can get a tattoo if we want one.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Makes no sense. I hear you.
Well,
And you can't get on the parking lot at Lowe's.
boy, isn't that the truth? Or at Home Depot.
Yeah.
But the small shops can't be open.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't make any sense.
No, they should all set out like 2 tomato plants and tell them they're selling vegetables. That would be the best way. Really, it doesn't.
At the Giant out on the 5th Street Highway on Saturday,
Yeah.
they were lined up waiting to get into the store.
Wow.
They were standing in line.
I don't get it.
Unbelievable.
I still want to know what everyone's going to do with, what, 20 or 40 pounds of potatoes that they got last week?
Yeah, that's amazing. Lots of French fries.
Well, in Berks County, it's potato salad now. Come
Well,
on.
that's it. That's it.
Hey, Melissa, Steve Berner just texted me, said he's trying to get in and can't.
Okay. Which phone number is he? Is it 5254?
Hang on. He would be 1500.
Okay.
I know he's not in town,
Okay.
but he said he was going to try to call in when I talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, I guess according to my phone, it's 12:01.
There you go.
So we'll call the Fire and Police Committee meeting to order. Bethany, would you take roll call, please?
Can I defer that to Melissa?
Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa.
Sure. Bill
Thank you,
Banks.
Melissa.
Here, I think.
Okay. Tom Mull.
Here.
Tom Boucher.
Here.
Fred Levering. John Woodward. Keith Durr.
Here.
All righty. We'll first start with public comments. Do we have any?
No, not for me.
Okay. Moving on to the fire department. Chief?
Good afternoon. For the month of May to date, there have been 94 responses consisting of 19 fires, 29 medical or motor vehicle accidents, 7 hazardous conditions, and 39 alarm activations. 59 responses in the borough, 35 outside of the borough. Fire damage for the month to date, $3,600. Saved property, $264,400. That was for an electrical fire at 403 Oley Street. Average of 5.4 personnel per response. We had 4 volunteer responses for the month of May. And to date, we have 553 calls.
All righty. Do you have anything else?
I have the in-depth report for April. There was 176 responses. We gave aid 42 times. We received aid 40 times. We had a fire loss of $7,350. Saved property of $1,662,180. Our average dispatch to en route time was 1 minute 46 seconds, and dispatch to on scene 6 minutes and 33 seconds. We gave aid to Muhlenberg Township 3 times, Western Berks Fire Department 25 times, Mount Pleasant 1, Greenfields Bern Township we had 3, Moton 1, West Reading 3, Kenhurst 1, Cumru Township 4, and the City of Reading 1.
Have an update on the fire apparatus.
Yep, if there's no questions on any of the reports, I can go into that.
Sorry. Jump
Any,
ahead.
any questions?
No.
Okay.
Okay, ladder update. The aerial section that was bad has been painted. They're working on installing that this week currently. Then it has to go through aerial testing, and then we're hoping that it's going to ship June 5th. At that point, it'll be driven from Wisconsin to Glicks up in Lancaster, down in Lancaster County, where at that point they'll service it. They'll change the fluids. We'll go up and actually do a visual final inspection on it ourselves. and then they'll go right into mounting what equipment needs to be done, and then we'll get it here and get it in service as quick as possible.
Very good.
Great.
Anybody have any questions about that?
When do you expect it to be in service?
I'm hopeful by the beginning of July. We have not much that has to be mounted. I don't know how long it's going to take. If it ships on the 5th, how long it's going to take to get up there until they do the inspection, because they'll have to do a PA state inspection on it, change the fluids. We'll do an inspection on it, make sure that nothing was missed from our part or whatever. If there is, they'll have to correct that. And then we'll have 3 days of training on it. And then once everybody's trained on it, we'll get it in service. So I'm hoping the beginning of July.
Okay. Anything else for the chief?
I have nothing else for fire rescue.
Okay. Thank you very much. And we'll move on then to Anthony, Western Berks.
Good afternoon. You actually have Carrie.
Hey, hi, Karen.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. All right. So for the month of April, we had a total of 172 incidents. Of those, 126 were transported, 16 refused, 3 standbys, and 21 canceled, with 6 assists. We had 65 ALS, 79 BLS, and 24 ALS downgrades. Our dispatch to responding time was 1 minute and 19 seconds. Average scene time was 13 minutes, 35 seconds. And the busiest hour was 4 p.m. with 24 incidents. Of those, 99 went to Reading Hospital and 9 went to St. Joe's. And we had 1 Narcan treatment. And I know you requested Country Meadows and Highlands to be broken down. We had some staffing changes, so I'll get that for you for next month for sure.
Okay.
Just calls that we had for those. But some of our individuals that did the reports prior are no longer here, so we had to train new people. But I will get those for you for the next month's report.
Yeah, I just like to subtract those out. So then we have a pretty, a better idea of what we're, with the actual public that,
Yeah.
we're.
And for the Highlands, it'll just be the whole campus in general. We won't be able to really delegate out between the building and the little cottages. So it'll just be the whole campus in general.
I understand.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Oh,
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it for us.
Boy, we're moving right along today.
Amazing.
Okay, thank you very much. Police Department.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, or whatever it is now.
Good
Can
afternoon.
you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully you can hear me. I got a guy outside the window here using a weed whacker. Couple of things. I got a request for a handicap parking sign at 1414 Garfield. That request came in late on Friday. So I guess what I'm looking for, I sent them the permit application, but they have to fill out all the information. So pending that returns completed and satisfactory to me, I'd like to have like a pre-approval for it. That way when we come to council, I can yay or nay it to you at that time.
Okay, somebody want to?
I'll make that motion.
So
I'll
move,
Second.
or second, whatever.
Okay, just to clarify, that's a conditional approval pending a completed application to the police chief's satisfaction?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So be it.
Okay, just a couple things of information. We had complaints of speeding in the 1800 block of Reading Boulevard. We got the speed counters up and operating in there, but I don't have any results yet. I talked to Jim Babb this morning. We were looking at the George Avenue area where they're going to be putting the signs up probably later this week, the one-way sign, directional signs. Line painting, that should be done by the end of this week. And block parties didn't really come to my attention until I realized that we canceled the one up at Fountain Park that was due in June. So I'm going to assume that all block parties will be denied for the remainder of the summer until we get into late August or September, if that's agreeable.
Yeah, that's a fair
Yes.
assumption.
Yeah.
Okay. They haven't rolled in. The only one that rolled in was the one for Fountain Park, and that's been postponed until late August, and we'll reevaluate it come then, and any other ones that roll in for later in the year. And the only last thing that just came up today is during this pandemic, it kind of screwed up a lot of officers' vacations and vacation plans that had to be canceled, so forth and so on. That leaves us with approximately 199 days that officers will have vacation out there. Now, between the whole department, there's 199 days. That's going to be difficult to schedule, considering we're already almost 200 days left in the year. I think we got about 217 days left. So in that 217 days, 199 are going to be taken in some way, shape, or form in vacation. Nobody's picked the vacations yet either because of this COVID thing. So what we were discussing is if it would be possible to let the officers take increments of vacation. In other words, take a 4-hour block or a 6-hour block instead of the full 12. It may cause them to use up their vacation time quicker if they could take 4 hours as opposed to the full 12. So I didn't know how that would sit with fire and police, or whether it's got to go to personnel, or.
How's that work with scheduling, Jeff?
Yeah.
Well, it actually probably would help us, because I'm going to have a bunch of guys wanting to take a bunch of full shifts off. So I'm thinking if I can get them to take a half a shift, I don't have to cover with overtime, and they start to deplete the vacation time that's out there. There's a total of 2,390 hours of vacation time. That breaks down to 199 days. So instead of an officer taking a 12-hour shift, maybe he'll take a 4-hour one day and a 4-hour the next, or something like that, which depletes the vacation hours, and we don't have to scramble as much.
What are the guys saying? Are they agreeable to that kind of thing, or what?
Well, it'd be past. This is where some of these suggestions came from the troops.
Yeah.
This seems to make sense, and I would have to bounce it off of Paul Bauer, being the union rep. But this would not, also it'd have to be spelled out that this does not lock us into, we're not going to do this next year either. This is only because of this pandemic. And if anybody takes a portion of their vacation day, right now if they take the whole day, we cover it with overtime. But if anybody would take a portion of a day, we would not cover that with overtime.
Is it covered at all?
Well, we would not permit it if it was going to cost us to bring somebody out overtime. It would be denied.
Right.
Chief, can we talk about this and make a recommendation to council at before their next meeting, and follow up on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can. I already looked at the contract, and there's nothing that prevents it in the contract. But we just want to make sure we pass it by everybody before we do something like that.
Yeah, I'd certainly have some concerns about, setting up new practices as well. So can we talk about it? Maybe we can include Pat and Bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
since it's
yeah,
a
we can do
personnel.
that.
Great.
Yeah, we can do that. And maybe it could go into effect if we agree to it. If it's discussed before council, maybe it could start in July if we decide to do it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Jeff.
Yeah.
With Bethany
Okay.
and with Pat and everything. Why don't you keep Tom
Yeah.
Boucher in the loop on that too?
Right.
Okay,
Alrighty.
thank you.
And Yep, and that's about it. I don't have anything else. It was just that informational stuff. Oh, yeah, no, wait, one more thing. I just got word, 2 years ago, if you remember, we had Tom Endy and Leon Grimm go through the Northwestern University for the police staff and command course. They passed that. Happy to report that Sergeant Purcell has completed that also now. So we have another guy that has went through the command staff at Northwestern University and has passed. So that's a feather in his cap.
Okay, good.
That's
Nice.
great.
Yeah. So other than that, that's all I have.
I have one question, and this is, I don't know how we even address this anymore. There has been recently, I don't know, several, I'm going to call it really loud motorcycles driving around. And they just roar up and down like I don't know where they're going. They just seem to go around in circles in the borough here. Is that something, I mean, am I just like off the edge with that and my hearing is getting bad or what? I just, is that allowed? I mean, is there a limit as to what racket they can make?
No, they're pretty much as is. You ought to be up at my house on a Saturday and Sunday. They race back and forth Skyline Drive.
No, thank you. No, it's
Yeah,
bad enough.
But
what? It is loud. Really loud.
yeah, they're especially when you get 3 or 4 together. They usually ride in groups.
Well, that's what this is. This is like 3 guys, and they just go roaring up and down mostly Evans Avenue, but it is very, very loud. I was just wondering. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, this could be one of the shortest F&Ps in history.
Hey, well, Bill, we're still online for the thing off the school lot too this after.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yep. 1 o'clock.
Yep, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Does anybody have anything else?
What's that other there? Is that all done or is that still going on?
The what?
At the bottom, the other.
The bottom part there where it says other, the Wyomissing Area School District Vehicle Parade. There was some parents that wanted to have a parade of some type, and we historically do not do that unless it is a school function. And we have not been approached by the school. This is just some parents that wanted to go around and blow the horns and stuff at the students' homes. The only thing I know that the school is going to be doing is over at Body Zone, they're going to hold some type of an event, but I'm not agreeable to providing any traffic escorts for parents that want to go around blowing their horns at kids' homes.
Well, I think they did it anyway, but I was just wondering because I think they already did it.
Oh, well, that's fine. If they do it on their own, I don't have an issue with it, but I just didn't think that we needed to have police, or fire trucks and police officers in this little parade to escort them around the borough.
No, I get it. Okay.
Actually, a date of June the 2nd comes to mind. They did a small one in West Reading, and I guess it was well received. So that for what I've seen just in chatter is that they wanted to extend this, do another one. And I want to say again, June the 2nd, and then have it, go by the graduates' homes and wind up at the high school.
Fire Rescue was contacted for one on June 6th, between 1 and 3. It was going to go through various places between West Reading, Wyomissing, and past the school. I told them if we were available and weren't busy, we would try and participate, but we wouldn't go into West Reading. We would only stay in the borough.
Yeah, likewise. I'm just not warm and fuzzy on it. First of all, if you have a procession of people and you got police in there, these people, we're not a funeral procession. These people are going to be running through red lights and stuff and stop signs, and we don't want that.
No.
So if they're on their own, then they're going to have to obey the laws.
Right.
Okay, so we're not endorsing this. If they do it themselves, that's up to them. Do you think, Jeff, maybe you should get a hold of the school and just tell them, and maybe they can send something out to these people who are organizing this?
I could talk to him again. The school is well aware of it, and they are not sanctioning it at all.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
then
I had no idea.
maybe Colin shouldn't then either, huh?
Well, I don't know if they want the fire trucks to be in this thing or not, Colin, do they?
Don't need to, but I'm going to be leaving for a call unless anybody has anything else for me.
No. That's it.
Okay, anybody have anything else?
Yeah, John
Hey,
Wood. Hey, Jeff, did you see, or any of your guys see that lengthy fireworks display last night? I don't even know if it was in the borough. Couldn't see through the trees. I could see part of it. You know anything about?
We took an AC on it, but I think we took a couple ACs over the weekend with fireworks, but when we get there, nothing's going on.
Right. This thing lasted a long time. Anyway, I don't even know if it was in the borough. But
Yeah.
One other thing, just for food for thought, when we go to the yellow zone, can we have face-to-face meetings? Because we won't have 25 people there, and we could have them at the library and stay 6 feet apart from each other. Just nobody needs to even answer that right now, but you know, I'm getting tired of these phone call meetings.
I think you're not the only one, John. Hey, why don't, I don't know about this, the fire. Did we ever finish the comments about the fire apparatus and the folks, whether they were asked to participate in that or not, on that parade?
Yeah, I thought Colin had said that they were approached.
Well, I don't think if we're not going to sanction this thing, I don't think we should be letting the fire apparatus go on that either then.
No.
I can take care. I can take care of getting hold of Colin and passing that message on.
Yeah, that'd be great, Pat. It's going to look like the borough sanctioned it if they see the fire apparatus.
Yeah, the other thing with that too is once we do it for the Wyomissing kids, then everybody that goes to Berks Catholic that lives in the borough is going to want one.
Well, yeah, and then the kids that live in Berkshire Heights want, because they go to Wilson.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so let the sleeping dogs lie.
Yep.
Good idea.
Okay, anybody have anything else?
Okay.
I just had a concern about turning to yellow, with the increased activity expected in the yellow phase, are the police and fire, sufficiently covered with PPE, for additional face-to-face interactions?
To my knowledge, I'll speak from the emergency management standpoint here. To my knowledge, they are.
Good.
They have, and we have an update, and I don't know, you didn't get it, but I sent an update out
Yeah.
of what we were doing, and I don't think you got a copy, I don't think, of what we've done so far. But one of the things is that we have, and I'd have to check with Justin Schlotman, he's kind of our point of contact there, is that he checks, or they check in with him if there's any need for any of that kind of stuff. And the best response has been from Wyomissing. The others are kind of hit and miss for police and fire. But Colin's been good with the fire stuff. And
Good.
I know Tom, I don't know if it was Jeff or Tom, has responded whenever they've been asked. And so as far as I know, unless you have some other comment there, I think they're all okay so far.
Yeah, we got, I don't want to jinx anything here, but we got pretty much equipment on hand here, and we do an inventory every week, and then Tom sends that off to, I think he gets it to Justin Schlotman.
Yeah. And then that gets just so you know, that gets forwarded to the county, and the county who does get some of this equipment and supplies on request looks to see like what the inventories are so that they can decide, well, if most of the ones on West Side are up to date or have enough, then it might get sent out to someone else who's running low or something. So that answers
Yeah.
your question, Bethany.
No, I'm glad to hear that there's sufficient supplies. I just, you know, the expectation as we move to yellow is certainly increased activity and greater exposure. So just want to make sure everybody's safe.
Well, they're keeping an eye on it. Who knows when all of a sudden the supply changes, but so far it's been okay.
Good.
And how about fire? Are we okay there?
Yep. For supplies, yeah, same thing.
Yes.
Collins, he takes care of spring and Wyomissing, and they're okay too. And he has to check in with Justin. Justin's he's been the point of contact there for the county to send in the reports for the 4 towns.
Okay. All right.
That's all right there, EMA. EMS is all right. We took care of ourselves.
Okay. Is that Tony chiming in there?
Yeah, you know, don't forget about us, EMA. We'll take care of ourselves.
I
We've got
know.
it.
I included you in the report. Don't worry.
I didn't hear you mention EMS once. I heard fire, police.
No, on the written report that everybody got, you were in there. Relax.
So, no, Beth, to answer your question, so Western took the approach of we started out with meeting with all of the services within Berks County. And we have a spreadsheet across the board that we manage that everyone can see. And right now in Berks County, as of today, there's about 63,000 surgical masks between the EMS agencies. We've got about 26,000 N95s. Where we're lacking is disposable gowns or reusable gowns. We did make a deal with Stitch Fix out of Moton. They are making us 500 reusable gowns. And then we were able to order an additional 400 just the other day. They're coming out slowly but surely. But again, that's where our biggest hurdle is right now is the disposable gowns. Where we're worried about not now is not in the summer, is where we're worried about is fall. Fall is where the problem's going to be. So we're preparing now and we're starting to warehouse it and everything else. And I still love you, Tom.
I'm sure.
And Steve Bruner needs a haircut.
Yeah.
Desperately. Does anybody have anything else?
No.
Okay, if not, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.